when I saw the first draft of the flyer, I died laughing because I noticed that it just said Feda. There was no last name, there was nothing else, just Feda. Our little diva, Feda. Just like Madonna, Britney, you know, Snooki. Feda. JWoww, exactly. I mean, really, who else do you know that has a roast? I've never known anyone to have a roast. And like our diva, Feda, she always wanted to have her own reality show. She actually said she wanted her son to have a reality show, but we knew she really wanted to be the star. Anyway, we all know... Oh, you're removing tokens, that is mean. So we were originally going to share all of the reasons why she should have her own reality show. I mean, it would be funny for sure. But then we started thinking about, this would be inappropriate, that would be inappropriate. I mean, we had a hard time coming up with things to roast her on that were appropriate. So we thought it would basically be better for us to share all of the top 20 reasons why she could never have her own reality show.
All right, number one. No one would hire her as their advocate if they knew how little she actually sleeps at night. Because she really spends all night long researching rap videos on YouTube, double vagina research, and any other wisdom Tyra Banks has to offer.
The FCC would definitely shut her down after the first episode, when they finally realized she's fluent in sailor and has probably contributed new scary words to the Urban Dictionary.
PETA, they would have major issues with how that possum died in that garage with a broomstick. Theta didn't do it, but she videotaped it, laughed the whole time, and has since forced guests to watch that video. Poor possum.
The DMV would be offended watching her drive, non-hands-free, while searching for funny YouTube videos on her iPhone 4. Doing last-minute turns and lane changes while simultaneously having an in-person conversation with one of her nannies while also feeding Muhammad. She doesn't drink, but Mothers Against Drunk Driving would also be concerned.
Joan Rivers and the fashion police team would have major issues with what's beneath that headscarf, 1980s scrunchies. Some with like candy corn decorated fabric, tie-dyed ones. Not kidding, we'd cover that up too.
Ruffle ribbons.
Ruffle wraps.
Ruffle wraps.
For any Canadians in the audience. Just me. If she did have her own show, it can only air on HBO and after 11 on weeks before Jihad goes to Vegas. She didn't videotape that, but let's just say she kisses and tells. And don't think we didn't have to suffer through the rehearsal where she was crawling across her bed in her leopard bra and matching scrunchie.
Sorry, Jihad, you're kind of part of the roast now. Homeland Security, where they would absolutely add her to their terrorist list and ban her from all future flights. If anyone saw what her pre-flight behavior includes, massive loud praying with hand flapping and rocking. Oh yeah, for sure.
Anti-cyberspace bullying groups might be interested in knowing that if Feda takes ugly pictures of you, instead of deleting it, she regularly text messaged them to all of your mutual friends with captions like, "In the dictionary, this would be found under the definition of miserable." Or she'd step it up and it'd be a video of you singing "Oh Canada" to her niece, unbeknownst to you.
Children's classroom teachers, or her children's classroom teachers, might question why instead of showing off her kids' artwork, report cards, she does her son's colon x-ray on the refrigerator and forces all guests to look at it and points it out when you come over. That's my son's colon.
Nice, Feda. Muslim mothers everywhere might question her faith if they knew she offered to take us to Jordan and find us husbands fully knowing we can't cook.
We cannot talk about this one without fully incriminating her. But let's just say the American Medical Association, and specifically Kaiser Permanente, would be surprised to find out what she's capable of doing to avoid visiting loved ones in inconvenient hospital locations.
The American and Canadian immigration offices might be interested in knowing she often searches for and solicits American men as potential husbands for non-married Canadian staff.
I've got 3 mammies in a row. So feminist rights groups in the LGBT might crucify her, for sure, if they knew that she announced to every single unmarried, motherless woman that she met that they will never become a whole woman until she first finds a husband to marry her, and then secondly has a son. Feminist groups would equally be offended in knowing that she sent this text message to both of us, asking for our hip sizes, demanding them actually, so she can make chastity belts for us, so we can't take any unplanned maternity leave until Muhammad goes to college. We take this as a huge compliment, by the way. And similarly, the American Board of Gynecology, they might also like to know that she has followed that up with invitations to come over and have an IUD implanted into our uteruses. Her text message promises it can be done in less than 7 minutes and performed comfortably in her bathroom. Neither of us have used the bathroom at Fetus since.
Good housekeeping would be mortified by her hosting abilities when guests have to do the limbo beneath the garage door to get into her house.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention would be appalled by the forced feeding of 7-course meals to preferred staff members.
Our ICANN 2 staff that she doesn't like would likely be offended by these same 17-course meals that they'll never be invited to. They're lucky to get filtered tap water. But really, she does have a heart. When she's caught making snide remarks in earshot of our staff, she knows she's been rude and does what anyone would do. She hides in her bedroom until they leave. And when she feels really bad, she might just be sick for the next few meetings.
And the top reason Veda can't have a reality TV show is she'd be too busy tweeting all of her new fans to invite us to dinner. We love you.
Why don't we give them another round of applause? Next, we're going to hear from Mia Hansen. The mic is all yours.